This conference will now be recorded.
There we go. And then the other thing I'm going to ask is that we have to mute your microphone so that we can keep the background noises down. So that's always a big help. Thank you for that. And then finally, the best thing that I do all day long is get a chance to introduce our hostess. So it is my pleasure to introduce to you the hostess of the show tonight, someone who lives and breathes and every action that she does, the Wood Lane mission. She supports, she empowers, and she inspires. Welcome to Miss Kim Paxton. Yay!
Thank you. Welcome to the Connect with Kim show. Thank you all for being here. It's a great way to get together in this virtual format. It's fun. It's news we can use and have some fun. So my computer wasn't letting me pull it up, so I'm doing it off my phone, but I have a script right in front of me. Thanks to technology.
Yeah.
And so I'll go on with a motivational message. It says, it's not what happens to you. What determines how far you will go in life? It is how you handle what happens to you. And I really liked that message. That was a good message. Where did it go? Sorry. And so we have some news. I'm sure you guys are sick and tired of me hearing announcing what the governor requires a mask. I know it's strongly important to wear the mask, wash your hands, social distance as much as possible. Even I know Brent was mentioning today on his show, even like when you go out into a grocery store, still wear that mask too. For we can get these numbers down, for we can all get together again sometime. And I know Bowling Green and Perrysburg and some other cities had canceled their fireworks. What was supposed to happen over Labor Day, and I know that was a hard one. I was really looking forward to seeing some fireworks this year, but we gotta wait. I know there's like no new updated on the Big Ten. I know they're still trying to fight it to have football. But I know, Stephanie, we got a good quarterback if we have it. I'm saying that Joanne's a huge Michigan fan, so.
Staying silent to that comment, Kim.
I could say, okay. Or you could give her equal time. You could allow Joanne to comment on the Wolverines.
Yeah, I'm sure her team's gonna have a good season if they can play. And then I would remind everybody to vote. I know that's strongly important. It's we can use our voice, and I would remind everybody to do the census. I know I talked about that a little bit last week, and Emily talked about what the census is and stuff and how important that is, because the more people do it, it's we get like a funding for the area.
Mm-hmm.
I know Joanne probably mentioned how important the masks are, since that's her specialty area.
Kim, can I just add another little comment about the census? And I'm going to encourage each one of you to share this with people who you come in contact with. I heard some statistics, and Northwest Ohio is only at a really low percentage of participation. And so, you know, if you think about the importance of the census and how it allows the United States a chance to count the people who live here, which is each one of us, right? It's you, it's you, it's you. And then also, one of the things that the census does that people, I think, forget about is that it guarantees that your tax dollars stay here in Ohio. So the federal government sees a bigger need in Pennsylvania, for example. They may send some of our money to Pennsylvania as opposed to leaving it here because they don't see a need. So just to remind everybody that the importance of participating in the census. Hello. Saying my cat just said hi to me. Anyway, so thanks, Kim. I appreciate you. Let me give that extra word there.
You're welcome. And I know, I guess we're going to the
I got something to say.
yeah.
Okay.
Starting tomorrow for 5 days, campus is going to be crazy because the students are moving back in. They can't. Major students start back next Wednesday.
That's exactly right.
Everybody avoid Bowling Green if possible is what she's trying to tell you. So I know we're gonna play Emily's game it's Would You Rather.
Yeah, we got a little game here tonight. And I think you'll find the questions kind of fun. So just real quick, I want to invite Christy, if you feel comfortable, you're certainly encouraged to turn your camera on. You don't have to. I respect whatever you choose to do. But in this little game, you are going to respond with signals in the camera so we can see your response rather than have people shout it out verbally, okay? So the way we do this, the game is called Would You Rather, and I'm going to give you two choices to choose. Would you rather, and then the first choice that I give you is number 1, and the second choice I give you is number 2. So you just indicate your best choice of those with either a 1 for the first choice or a 2 for the second choice. So let's do a practice really quick, okay? Would you rather drink Coke products or drink Pepsi products? Number 1, Coke products. Number 2, Pepsi products. All right. And I see no hands. That's okay too. I'm going to take that as a not neither, not at any of it. All right, very good. Okay, so that's kind of how the game goes. Melissa, I'm wondering if you can move your camera just a little bit so I can see how you're responding a little better. And welcome to Katie. There, that's better, Melissa. Thanks. That helps. All right. And
Okay,
I see Ryan.
We got Ryan on the screen now too, so we got
Welcome, Ryan. You came just at the right time, Katie. Thank you for being here. We're playing the game Would You Rather. So just real quickly, I'll remind you how we do this. I'm going to start the sentence. Yeah, would you rather? And then I'm going to give you two choices. The first choice is your number 1, and the second choice is a number 2, and you just vote for your favorite of the two choices, okay? Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather, number 1, live in a cave, or number 2, live in a tree house? Would you rather live in a cave, or number 2, live in a tree house? Okay, now, so Ryan and Melissa, I can't see your fingers. If you're voting, I can't tell what it is. I would like to see what your response is. All righty, okay. All right, good. So it kind of split there. Some treehouse people, some caves. All righty, we'll go on to the next one. All right, would you rather? All right, so think movies. How many of you like to watch movies? If you don't, so would you rather be a famous actor or actress of the movie, in the movie, or would you rather, number 2, be the director of the movie? The actor or actress in the movie, number 1, or the director of the movie? Okay. All right, some directors and some actors. Good job. Let's go on to the next one. Would you rather? So you have to think about special powers. Would you rather be able to, 1, teleport anywhere you wanted to go, or 2, be able to read minds? 1, teleport wherever you wanted to go, or 2, be able to read minds? I'm number 1. So I'm still having a hard time seeing what Melissa and Ryan are doing. Maybe, can you maybe move your cameras back just a little bit? There you go. Okay, that helps. That helps. Okay, cool. All right. So next one. Okay, so this is kind of maybe futuristic or not. Maybe actually we might even already be able to make these choices. Would you rather, number one, have a completely automated home, everything was like the Jetsons, or number two, have a self-driving car? And number one, an automated home, or number two, a self-driving car? And I think I might go with the one here too. All right, good, very good, 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 good. Fun to think about things like that, how your life would be so different, right? Okay, so, all right, now let's think about brain power here. Would you rather, number one, be an amazing painter or artist, or number two, be a brilliant mathematician? Number one, be an amazing artist. Number two, a brilliant mathematician. Yeah, I'm going with one. A lot of ones here. I think everybody was one. Okay, do a few more here. Okie doke, here we go. Would you rather have a flying carpet? Number one, would you rather have a flying carpet? Or number two, an automobile that drives underwater? Number one, a flying carpet, or number two, an automobile that drives under the water? So you could be Aladdin or you could be Poseidon. All right, I think I might be Aladdin. A lot of Poseidons too. Okay, all righty. Let's see. Would you rather be fantastic at number one, riding horses, or number two, be amazing at riding a dirt bike? Number one, riding horses, or number two, be amazing at riding a dirt bike? Yeah, I do horses. Everybody horses? I can't see your finger, Melissa. Anybody else see it? Okay.
No,
All
I
right.
see mine though.
You see what?
I see mine. I got one on mine.
Yeah,
I didn't
you're the
see
horses too.
Melissa's.
What did you put, Melissa?
But one.
Okay, so I guess we were all horses. That's what I thought. Hi, Katie. We're playing a quick game of Would You Rather. Okay, so you vote with your fingers. The first answer is a one, put up a one finger. Second answer is put up two fingers, okay? All right, would you rather be a bowling champion, or two, a golfing champion?
I gotta go with one because I was a bowling champion in my league. So
Yeah, I'm all righty. So I see some ones, I see some twos. Okie dokie. Very good. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see. Make sure I got this one right. Would you rather, number one, never be stuck in traffic again, or number two, never have a cold again? Number one, never be stuck in traffic again, or number two, never have a cold again? I think everybody's two. Oh no, I see a one. Katie's a one.
hey, Emily,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
one
I just want
also.
to tell you, I want to tell
You're
you
one
something.
too. Okay. Yeah.
I don't like to be in traffic on the expressway because it's it's no fun.
Nope. Especially when you want to get where you're going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think we've got time for one more. See if I can find it. Okay, here we go. Because we're in this technological world that Kim was, Kim, you were navigating that technology really well there, I just have to say. So would you rather, number one, never be able or be unable to Google search anything, or number two, be unable to use social media? Number one, be without Googling something, or number two, be without social media? You'd rather, yeah, I can live without social media, quite honestly. How many of you Google stuff? I mean, you just automatically look it up. Yeah, I did that today. No? Okay. All right, great. Thanks for playing, guys. Love your
Hey,
responses.
Stephanie, I'm going skiing tomorrow outside. Okay.
Water
Say hi
skiing.
to me after when I'm outside tomorrow.
What time what time are you out there, so I know?
We're out there like we're there from like 1 to 2.
Okay. I'll have to try. I have a couple workshops that I'm doing, so I'll try to get out there right at 1, okay? I'll make a note.
Okay.
But if I'm not out there, it's because I'm working with some students virtually.
Okay.
I'm writing it down though.
Okay, so because what are you guys arranging? Water skiing? Did I hear that right?
No, bocce ball. Are you here for bocce ball, Ryan?
Yeah, tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I thought you guys were going water skiing
We're
tomorrow.
gonna water ski in the pond out there.
Yeah, it's like, wow. No telling what's going on back there now. They got that greenhouse going. We can water ski in the pond now. Oh, just kidding. All right, take it away, Kim.
Okay, so we're on with a show. So next segment of a show, I would like to introduce Stephanie Kavanaugh, who's been phenomenal with us, our master gardener. So welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you so much, Kim. You know it's the highlight of my week, that and working in the greenhouse and doing those workshops with some of our young people. There's been so much talk the past couple weeks. Stephanie, what is kohlrabi? Stephanie, what is kohlrabi? And not just from you, Kim. Everyone seems not to know what kohlrabi is. So I pulled one from my garden. So here we are. This is a kohlrabi. All right, so it doesn't have a very deep root system, and it has this bulbous part and then these leaves. What's interesting about kohlrabi is that the whole, well, not the root, but the leaves and this bulbous part, this rounded part, are edible. It's one of my favorite vegetables. It looks like a turnip, but it's not in that species of plant. It's actually a cultivar, or it has been bred from wild cabbage. So it's going to be, it's more like a cabbage, and you can see how these cabbage leaves kind of grow up to that bulb part. So this, you can see the kind of cabbage characteristics that it has. And so when you would just rip all of these off, they are edible, so you can eat them just like you would kale or Swiss chard in some recipes, or beet greens. And then when it's all peeled and sliced, so is there a question? Okay. So when it's peeled and sliced, you can either cook it like a turnip, but these can be eaten raw. So like turnips and beets, really, some beets can be raw, but they can be eaten raw, and they're like little potato chips. So here's one that I have peeled and sliced, and if you can hear it, it's pretty crunchy. So it's great to hold up for dip, like potato chips. And it kind of tastes like a lighter, a mild cabbage. So although it's in the family, it doesn't taste like a strong cabbage, and it kind of tastes like a little bit like broccoli. So it's like cabbage, like broccoli, holds up to dips, and very, very delicious. So there we are. I will be trying them in the greenhouse soon, because a number of people are growing some kohlrabi out here. So there we go. Get out and garden, everyone. Good to see you again, Katie, Christy.
Stephanie, how long does it take to grow the kohlrabi?
Interesting. This little guy, I think was started in May, but he was in my raised bed, and my raised bed isn't doing as well. So anywhere from 40 to 50 days is typical. There are some varieties that can be planted early in the season. This is one that I do succession planting with quite often because I love kohlrabi. So some went in May, some went in June, some went in at the end of July, and then even at the board here in our community gardens, we have some that started as late as August, and I'm hoping that it will still be warm enough for them to get to an edible size. I put them in my shepherd's pie. Interesting, they call it the German cabbage because Kohl, and it's spelled kind of funny. I hope it doesn't flip. You guys can read that. That's what kohlrabi spelled like. So it's a really weird word. But this Kohl part means cabbage in German. And then this rabi was really, it's a take from the way the Germans spell it. It really has a U with an umlaut if you're in Germany, but that means turnip. We know that they're not part of the turnip family, but they look so much like turnips that it's called cabbage turnip in Germany. All right, forgot about my little drawing, so I'm glad that you had the question, Emily. Thank you, Kim.
Well, thank you, Stephanie. So, we're done with our show. So, on the next part of our show is our guest, Joanne, and she's in charge of health support and Special Olympics, and she's also kind of like our AKA sports mom, since she takes care of her athletes and she tells the coaches to take good care of us, so they do.
We have
So
Kim.
we'd like
we have
to get
Kim. We have Mama Kendall for Action Cup, and we have Mama Hayward for Special Olympics.
Yeah, we got so many mamas around Wood Lane, I can't keep track of them sometimes.
Well, I'm honored
So
to
we
be
would
that.
like to get to know Joanne a little bit better at this time. So I'd like to welcome Joanne on the show.
Yay! Good to see everybody's faces.
Well, thank you. So I have some questions I'd like to ask you.
All right.
What was the best vacation you took and why?
Oh gosh. So what vacation? I actually have two. Can I say two?
Yes.
Because they kind of rate up there, but for different reasons. So my first favorite vacation was last year, actually. I was very, very lucky and grateful. My sister took me to Italy. I went to Italy with all of my sisters but one. I'm the youngest of 5 girls, and I helped take care of my elderly father, and she doesn't live around here, and so to just thank me, which she didn't have to because I enjoy doing that, but we all went on a trip to Italy for 10 days, and we went to Rome, Florence, and Venice, and it was wonderful. It was especially nice because I got to be with them, but it was also just a most interesting place. Just all the old architecture, and just the people were just so friendly, and the food was delicious. So that was probably the most interesting place I've ever been, and it was especially nice to be with my sisters. And then more recently, we were talking before we got started tonight that my son is in the Navy. He just texted me. He tried to get in on our meeting tonight, but the barracks Wi-Fi won't hold it. They don't have enough power to keep him on. I said he could call in, so I don't know if he can even do that. But anyway, so he is stationed in Oahu, Hawaii, and he is at Pearl Harbor base. And so my daughters and my son-in-law and I went to visit him in Hawaii over Christmas last year. So it was nice. And what was nice about it was not only were we in a beautiful place, but I was with my kids, which is one of my favorite places to be.
Well, thank you. That's not, I always wanted to go to Hawaii. That's been on my bucket list to go.
Yeah, it was always on my bucket list too. When he got stationed there, I was so excited. But then I thought, after I got thinking about it, I can't just drive there tomorrow. You know, it takes a while to get there and it costs, you know, a lot to get there. So I don't get to see him very often. But he's enjoying it there and getting to see new things. So
Will you
Did you
let
have
him
any-
know? Will you let him know? Thank you for his service.
I will do that. I will do
Well,
that.
I always tell all the servicemen thank you for all what they do for fighting for our country.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, next week he's deploying for 6 months on the USS Chicago submarine. So
Well, I'll pray for
I'll be able to
safety.
talk to him for a while. So try not to cry.
Well, if you need to cry, you can come cry around all your athletes, or give you
All
a
right.
big.
Well, I
virtual
could be
hug.
your mom as well. He's gone. How's that?
Okay.
You'll keep me company.
What is your favorite season and why?
Oh my goodness. I think I like all of them actually. Every one of them has something very special and beautiful. And I don't know if I'd ever want to live somewhere where there was just no really change of season, although I do like warm weather, but I also like the spring and fall and winter. So I suppose if I had to choose, I would say spring. Coming out of hibernation from the winter and being able to get out. I just love to be outside. I love to garden. That's my solace. That's my, I solve a lot of the world's problems in my head when I'm gardening. So when I'm out and about, and just being outside and just being able to, I like to putter around in my yard and get all my yard art out. And just springtime, hearing the bird, just everything's new and fresh. And I don't know, I just like that. So I would say spring.
Spring's a good one too. I like fall. It
Yeah.
happens to be my birthday in fall, so I love like the fall.
Yeah, that's doubly good.
Yeah. What is your favorite way to spend your weekend?
Oh boy. Just relaxing, I think. Just, like I said, when being outside, not having to set my alarm and just get up when I want to, which is usually right around the time my alarm would go off anyways, but I don't have to get up if I don't want to. So, and I guess spending time, I usually take my dog for a walk or take her to different parks and things, work in my yard. Really, I enjoy being home. I'm a kind of a homebody, and I like just being able to go out in my backyard and hang out.
And lay in your pool, since we know you have a pool.
That's helpful. I like to do that. And again, putter around in my flower gardens and my vegetable garden and chase my
Spend some
dog
time
around.
with Brandy.
Pardon?
Spend some time with Brandy.
Yeah, because she gets lonely during the week. So
Well, she can come in Wood Lane and visit sometime.
I know, Kim, you keep wanting her to be the team dog and be like that one dog. What's that dog's name in that movie? Where he,
There, bud.
yeah, Air Bud, the Air Brandy. Except she would pop the basketballs for sure.
I'm sure we can get her a throwback jersey somewhere.
Yeah. She's a 90-pound German Shepherd, so she would bite that ball and pop it.
Well, we can use Stephanie and your dog to be the team mascot. Then again, what is the best movie you ever seen and why?
Oh, wow. Gosh. I have to think about that one a minute. I like a lot of movies. Honestly, one of my favorite movies is Dirty Dancing, actually, just because I like the dancing and stuff. I don't know if you guys have watched that. I really like Patrick Swayze. I like that. And you know what I really like? I guess they're movies as well, but this is really going to sound strange, but I like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's just, I love that movie. I love and I love the little guy that, he's Yukon Cornelius, and he's trying to find the gold and, just the abominable snowman. And I don't know. I like shows like that. So I like feel good shows, and I don't know. I don't go to the movie theater a lot. I just watch a lot of stuff on TV. If if I want to watch a movie or something, I do that. So I haven't really seen it. Well, there hasn't been any really new movies coming out right now anyway, has there? So
No, they're all shut down due to COVID still.
yeah.
There is some very good movies. I love Radio is one of my favorites. I love like the story behind that, and I like October Sky, a rocket scientist.
I don't know. What did you say the first one, the Radio?
Yeah, it's a Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen that. I'll have to look it up. Radio, and then what was the other one?
October Sky. It's about the rocket scientist.
Oh, interesting.
Stephanie
I'll
knows
have
I was
to put those on my list.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, so what is your go-to guilty pleasure?
Well, I'm gonna have to say potato chips.
A
They're
certain kind?
so bad for you, but they're so good. Ballricks potato chips. And I don't know if you guys remember the Cane's potato chips that was part of Bowling Green's heritage. The Cane's potato chip factory out on Napoleon Road. I went to high school with the owner's son, and Ballricks are pretty close. So Ballricks and Cane's potato chips, and then you got to have a little dip with it too, of course. So got to have some dill dip or just French onion dip. So yeah, I don't buy potato chips, but when I do, like if somebody's coming over, my kids are coming home, or doing whatever, and I just have a craving and I give into my craving and I buy them, because if I have them here, I will eat the entire bag. So I try not to have them in the house, but nice crisp potato chip it's got to be ruffly. It's got to be the jagged ones, not the flat ones. It's got to have the little,
Rigid.
So that's my guilty pleasure.
So if you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. I got to say pizza. But can I pick the toppings?
Yes.
Because I would alternate between all veggies and then a little meat, all veggies, a little meat. But pizza, yeah, I could probably eat that most days.
Pizza's good.
Yeah.
Who is your hero and why?
Who is my hero? Wow. That is a really tough one. I've got a lot of people that I really look up to in my life. And hero is a really strong word. I like to take the good of lots of different people and kind of put that in my life, I think. I hope sometimes. I'm sure it's not, easy all the time. We all have our bad days, but I guess if I had to pick somebody who would be my hero, it would have been my mom. So she passed away a couple years ago, but she is probably one of the most kindest women I've ever known. She gave her whole life to others. She was a very devout Catholic, and she was a nurse, just like me. I followed in her footsteps, but just a very caring. She taught me, kind of turn the other cheek, look at the best in life, take what God has given you and do what you will with it. Try to do good with others. We're all not perfect, but each one of us is special, and she's just a very kind person. And I don't think I ever heard her in her whole 93 years of her life say anything bad about anyone. She always was positive, and she had a lot of loss early in her life. She lost her mother when my mom was 19. Her mom died when she was 7. Her dad died, and then she lost several brothers and sisters. And she was 93, so she was born in 1924. So there wasn't a lot of medicine back then. You know, they didn't have antibiotics. So if you had an infection, you just kind of either made it or you didn't kind of thing. So, you know, I think, through that just really kind of persevered. And so I guess for those reasons, you know, just to kind of keep going and learn from what happens to you. And just like your quote earlier, I think, Kim, it had to kind of do with taking what you're giving, and, you know, it's up to you how you live your life. You know, you can either wake up today and say, you know what, I'm grumpy and it's going to be a horrible day and I'm going to make it even worse because I'm grumpy. Or you could say, you know what, instead, I'm going to look at the positives and I'm going to look at the good things in life and the good things that are giving us today. And then that just kind of changes your whole outlook for the rest of the day. So that was a long-winded answer to a not really so simple question. So, but I guess my mom.
If your mom was alive, we would love to meet her and tell her how wonderful you are.
Aw. Thanks.
What was the best book you ever read?
Oh gosh, it's been so long since I've read a book. Isn't that awful? I used to read all the time when I was younger, and I kind of, with raising kids and working full time, and we had a business and da 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 and stuff like that. I don't read a lot. So
Well, we told Ryan Rinkman that Facebook count as reading last.
well, I would not deem that as my favorite by any means. Gosh, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure if I can answer that.
You could pass.
If I had a genre, I like fiction kind of things. I'm not like a Harlequin romance or anything like that. I like fiction, kind of little mystery. You guys probably aren't familiar with that. So I'm way older than all of you, but like the old Nancy stuff, and, you know, I don't know, just some fun mysteries. So.
What makes you laugh the most?
Oh my gosh. Just people's sense of humor, I guess, and little jokes, and just, I don't know. Yeah, I guess just little things in life that make you laugh when you're just being silly or something. Last night I golfed in special or recreation golf last night, and Maggie Hunt was my partner, and we were both being kind of silly, and she was getting her ball. We were trying to, our balls went kind of in the weeds, and we were trying to get it out with a ball retriever, and she got her finger stuck in the ball retriever, and we were just laughing about that. And then we were going up the hill to get the ball, and we were kind of on an incline, and both of us almost went, whoop, 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 you know, almost rolled down the hill, and just started, just silliness, I guess. That being with people and just laughing and having a good time, I guess, that way.
I know I happened to see Virginia Newsom today, and I was telling her that you were coming on my Konnect with Kim show, and she said one of the funny things she remembers about you is 2 years ago at Kalahari, we were coming up to I think our hotel rooms, and the flip flop broke. She was like, and somebody's flip flop. I don't know if it was yours or broke.
Oh my gosh, I forgot all about that. See, those are the fun things. Christy, you remember that, don't you?
Yeah.
Christy and I are always roomies when we go places, aren't we, Christy? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, we've laughed a lot at night trying to get in bed, and she's giggling in one bed and I'm giggling in the other. And so yeah, that was fun. I forgot all about that.
And I know, I think it was the year at Mike and Dennis like took off their shirts and they're like,
Oh,
in that dance.
yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yep, that was fun. The DJ at that dance was, I think, Christy, you and I were getting our pictures taken, and I look over and there's this crowd of people, and all I can see is the top half of Mike and Dennis, and they didn't have shirts on, and they were dancing. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I just hope they have pants on. And they did. They did. Of course they did.
That was funny. I remember on the trip back to
They weren't
Woodland,
the only
Dennis.
ones. All of the guys out there, the DJs had made them. So let me put that little edit to that, you know, it was all good. No bad stuff. Just
I
silliness.
remember that right back to Woodlane that year, and Dennis had called everybody at Woodlane and say, "Hey guys, we were doing this dance off, and I took off my shirt." He goes, he had to like call a service coordinator, like Ron McKendall,
Yeah.
and everybody. He's like, "Guys, look what I did to Joanne."
The story behind that, the DJs had them all flexing their muscles. That's why, you know, that was the story behind that. So.
That wasn't who, because I was in picture line with you, and you're like, "Look, there's Dennis and Mike with their shirts off," and we're like, "Oh no, man, it's gonna be a long night."
Yeah, they're having synergy this year because of the virus. So next year we're gonna have a whole bigger group, I think. So hopefully everybody can go to that.
Actually,
Brian,
I went last year and I had a big I went last year and I love it. And if we go back again, I hope that I can do it a second time.
yeah. I missed last year. I've gone every year with everybody, and I missed last year because that was my trip to Italy. So.
Yep.
We'll have to bring Stephanie with us, because Stephanie can have some fun with us at Kalahari. She's a
That's nice that it's so close. Much
Yeah,
better
it
than
is.
we had it before, because there's more to do. Although it's a long walk, but you know, we did her, didn't we?
Yeah. What is your favorite game or sport to watch and play?
Well, right now I'm kind of boycotting sports just because I don't like some of the political stuff, but we won't go there. So I love, believe it or not, I love to watch football. I'm kind of a big football fan. Probably won't be able to watch much, nor I think I'm not going to watch it for a variety of reasons. But I really like football, and I played basketball in high school, and I ran track. I wasn't the greatest, but I really enjoyed it. Like, you know, I'm meeting new people and stuff like that. So as a player, I still shoot around. We have a park down the road that has a basketball hoop. I don't have mine here anymore, but and I, you know, shoot the basketball around just a little bit for a little bit of exercise, but can't do it like I used to. But yeah, so I like to watch football. Go Blue.
Stephanie's
How
like,
did
I'm
that
not.
happen?
Melissa's trying to say something, but
Oh, Melissa, I think you're muted. You were trying to say something.
I knew she was going to say that.
Oh, Ohio.
Melissa, you know me well. And who said Ohio? Was that Katie?
That was Christy. I have a question though for you, Joanne. How did that come about? Like, how did you first become a fan of the team up north?
Those that know me well know when I start to tell a story, it may get a little long and I may go off on this tangent, but I will tell you my story. So when I was in high school, or actually junior high, Don Nealon, his daughter was in my class, and that was in junior high, and he was a BGSU football coach, and he moved to University of Michigan. And so because I knew her as a friend and another friend, we would go visit Vicki Nealon, his daughter, at University of Michigan. We watched them play a little bit and that sort of thing. And then from there, my parents actually had a place in Michigan, and I just love the state of Michigan itself. It's very beautiful. I love, their places close to UP, in the woods and just beautiful. So, and the people are just very kind and just real laid back. So I really like the people of Michigan. And and then as I got older, I had another friend who actually married a fella who was a coach at BGSU as well. And he then went on to University of Michigan, Terry Malone. And my friend Ann married him. And so from that connection, that continued. And then now actually Terry Malone is now back at BGSU as a football coach. And he was
Oh.
really actively involved last year. I don't know if any of you guys remember, we did a football clinic with Special Olympics and that with BGSU football. It got canceled this year, but hopefully next year we'll do another one. But he was part of that as well. So it's kind of like from little on, just kind of built up that. So that's why I'm a Michigan fan. And honestly, I also like Ohio State too. I gotta say, just when they're not playing Michigan, oops, sorry, because I had another friend whose son played for it, and actually my daughter works at OSU Wexner Center at the university. So I just like a good football game. So I'm not I don't like hate Ohio State fans. It's just a fun rivalry. So, but I like a good football game. And if they're two playing, I will Oh, and then I forgot, my oldest daughter worked at University of Michigan in the medical research department. So, but she just moved to Eugene, Oregon, so she doesn't work there anymore. But so like all kinds of connections too. So.
Well, Stephanie, when we play the Special Olympics, I had the opportunity to teach Joanne to give her some pressure how to shoot a basketball. And the next day she comes in, oh, Kim, I'm injured already. I'm like, Joanne, you got to stretch me more. That's
right, Kim. See, when you were asking me about my sports, I should have remembered that story. I hadn't shot baskets for a while, and she was kind of helping me get back in the groove. I didn't stretch out, and I hurt myself.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that time too, Joanne, when you did that too. I was I was playing too, and I remember that time.
Yeah. For some reason, my mind tells me I'm very young, and my body tells me other.
So. Do not want to see me play basketball.
Well, you can be a cheerleader, Stephanie.
There we go. Oh, yes, I'm even better at that.
Oh, really?
Go, Joanne. Go, Joanne.
There you go. You can be cheerleading.
Yeah, Joanne likes to come out and watch our Wildcats athletes play too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm missing that. I like watching my team. Go Wildcats.
Yeah. We're missing it.
Yep.
So we have one more. What song would you sing at karaoke night if we're allowed to have it when we all can get back together on campus?
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't sing very well, but I do kind of get in the mood to sing every once in a while. So, gosh, that'd be a good, I don't know. Maybe a Michael Jackson song. Those are
I was going to guess Backstreet Boys.
Oh, well,
I want it that way. Tell me why. Oh,
yeah. I know that from my kids. Either that or something country. I like all kinds of different music. It depends on what mood I'm in. So I would probably do it by myself. I would do it with, like, if all of you would join me, then we'd have to pick one all together that we could all sing.
I know Kara and Amy Brickman are supposed to sing a song together. I forget what the name of it was.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be the epic karaoke night because you should see all the people we've got committed. So you will be there, Amy and Kara.
Oh, you guys are seriously having a karaoke night? For sure?
Mayor Osbacher, Mayor Mackin, right? Ryan Wickman.
We got Brent.
Brent's brother.
Nice.
That's going to be our go-to when we can all get back together. A big party on campus.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. If anyone else, I'd like to open it up to anyone else if they have questions for you.
Well, thank you for having me on. I really enjoy this. It's nice to see everybody's faces. I miss my friends for sure.
Well, we miss you
forever. I have a question for Joanne. If it's okay, Kim, can I ask Joanne a question?
Yes.
I just really have a tremendous amount of admiration for nurses. I feel like nurses are angels on the earth. And they don't get the recognition that they deserve in our society, but we all know how important they are to everyone. So what advice would you give to somebody who's nurse? I mean, you think about all the studying and all the work that went into you becoming a nurse, and knowing too that it's not always the most glamorous job, but it's got to be incredibly rewarding. So how would you advise as someone who is considering nursing?
Oh, gosh. Well, I think with anybody's job or anybody's, what they like to do in life or how they spend their lives, whether it's work or play or, whatever defines them as a person, I think everybody's special. It's not, a nurse isn't, but I do understand why you're asking that, especially during this time, nurses are front line taking care of people and risking their own lives, but that happens every day in so many other occupations. So, it's just, but I guess, so I didn't actually start out my life wanting to be a nurse. My mom was a nurse. Lots of her relatives were nurses. I have lots of aunts who are nurses, and I actually wanted to be a forest ranger. So, and then I was like, well, I don't know if I want to do that. And so then I wanted to be, be a speech therapist. I kind of did a little studying. Took a couple years in school for that, and I don't know if I want to do that. I started working in a nursing home as an aide during college, and it's like, you know what? I think I want to be a nurse. And so just that my journey just kind of took me different places and put me in a position. And so I think for anyone considering a career in nursing, it's, I would suggest, maybe trying it out a little bit, like working in a nursing facility as an aide or as a volunteering there, just to kind of see, because I'm pretty introverted, and if you kind of have to become a little bit extroverted, know how to have conversations and things like that. So just knowing that you're comfortable with comfortable things you have to do with people, and, that kind of thing. So but I would suggest maybe trying it out a little bit that way. I think, don't let the studying worry you, because if you have enough ambition, you can get through anything, and you may have to study a little harder, get some help or whatever. I mean, because some of the coursework is hard, but it's not insurmountable for anyone. So, and I think what keeps you there is your relationships with the people I have met. I've been a nurse since 1986, so that's a long time. And, I met some really remarkable people, and I couldn't have wished for any other better career. My career took me to all of my friends now, all of the things that I do now. And, it just kind of went this way. I started out in a hospital. I went to home care, and then I was a public health nurse for 13 years. And then I came to the board. And so it's just really rewarding. And, people you meet along the way, if you're a people person, it's a great, great career, because you find so many every single person that I've ever met, whether they were grumpy one day or not, they just, I kind of keep a piece of them and me. I don't know, just that relationship and things like that. So you learn so much, and that's why we're here, on this earth, is to be with others and, love one another. And I know that sounds really, over the top, but it's true. So if you like being around people, love relationships, and don't mind a little hard work, it's the best career ever. You meet some really, really cool people. I have some, really, really wonderful stories and relationships that I'll cherish forever. So.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you guys done with the questions, Kim? Because it's after 8:01. Are you done?
Does anyone else have any questions?
Keeping us on tonight. We had a long session tonight, a fun session, but we went pretty long.
I have a question, but it doesn't go along with it. Doesn't. I have a question, but it doesn't go along with Joanne.
Yes.
Who is who is our next week's person?
Well, I'll explain that to you. So we're actually, I'm gonna be out of state, and so I know we've been doing this show for 4 months. So we're gonna take a break next week and then come back strong in September. That's okay, Melissa, because I know with doing it 4 months, we all just need that like break, and so we're gonna come back with 1st of September even strong. And I can't tell you who that guest will be then. It will be announced at Brent when we know it, get it determined. But so at this time, I'd like to thank everybody for where we started 4 months ago, and I would like to thank my producer Emily and crew behind the Konnect with Kim show, and Rhonda Kendall at this time, but she's not on. I'll give her some credit anyways. She helped us come up with a name, Konnect with Kim. So, and it's one of our community projects that we did for people first as well. And so this was my goal, to stay connected with everybody. So I kind of approached Emily about it. So Emily helped me get it going.
We've done a great
job too.
Yep.
Kim, I have another question.
Yes.
Where are you going out of states next week?
I'm going out west, so it's 2 different times. It's a 2-hour behind time zone.
What are you going to be doing out there?
My niece is getting baptized, so I'm gonna go see family.
Have a good time out there, Kim.
I will. So as soon as we know, the first week of September, the guest, me and Emily will be talking. While I'm gone, and trying to figure out. I know we got some names that we sent emails to, so we're waiting on responses. We're trying to get a football coach on, so maybe Joanne has some connections with that, since she knows one of the coaches.
I could arrange that.
What coach are you talking about, Kim?
Maybe Scott Loeffler, I think it is, the head coach.
Oh, football?
Yeah, then we're trying to
get
Angie.
He is a good one.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get Angie on talking about because it's DSP Awareness Month in September, so we're trying to get one of the providers relations, Joanne or Angie or James, to come on. So we reached out.
I think that'd be a good one too, Kim.
Who?
Yep.
And Amy Brickman's gonna
sure
help.
Good to see everybody.
Bye.
Thank you all for being here. Christy, good to see you. Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks, Joanne. Bye, Melissa. Bye, Kim.
Bye, everybody. Have a safe and happy evening.
Thank you.
Yep.
Kim.
Bye-bye. Good job, Kim.
Thank you. Did I explain it okay?